Fernando, a 10-year-old boy, collected bottles and aluminum cans to earn some money. All he could think about was his mother, lying in bed with back pain from an accident. One day on the street he was approached by older boys, whom he had often seen on the street before, and with some of them he was even friends. "Hi, Fernando. Aren't you tired of hanging around the streets? Why don't you come work with us today?" the friends suggested. Fernando only replied, "I can't. I need to collect more cans to buy medicine for my mother." "What, cans? We'll teach you how easy it is to get normal money, like $1,000. Come here at 9 o'clock at night and you'll find out. We promise you won't regret it. Sometimes we can make more than $10,000 in a few minutes." Fernando went home very concerned. He had never heard of making money easily. His mother had to work days and nights without rest to earn their food. But even so, there was often not enough money for transportation to school, and the boy had to walk. In reflection, the boy came home. He saw his mother lying on the bed in pain and went to the kitchen to make her dinner. Fernando helped her get settled by sitting on the bed and watched her eat the spaghetti he had boiled. Then he put her back on the bed so she could watch TV. "Son, come sit with me," the mother said. But the son couldn't stop thinking about the money he could make if he went to his acquaintance's house at 9 o'clock at night. He quickly got ready and told his mother that he would go to work that night to earn a lot of money. His mother became worried, and before he could reply, he instantly ran out of the house. When Fernando got to where his friends usually gathered, he was very surprised to see them all dressed in black. "Why are you guys dressed like that?" he asked. "Well, don't you get it yet? There's no time to explain. Here's a mask." He was given a black mask to put on. All the other guys put their hoods on and said, "This is what our plan is. We are going to go to a very rich house. Fernando, you're the smallest one. You're going to climb up on the roof on this ladder we're carrying. And then you'll open the door for us. The lights are never on in this house. Its owners seem to be on vacation or living in another country." Fernando couldn't believe he was really going to do that. He had never been a thief, but he really wanted to make money and help his mother. So he followed his friend's plan. He climbed up the ladder to the roof of the house and jumped into the garden to then open the door. Although the boys had the tools to break the door open, they didn't have to use them. The door was not locked with a key. But when the friends saw how luxurious the house was inside, they immediately imagined how many treasures they could find there. It was an amazing mansion. Once inside, they immediately started bagging all the expensive things they found. Watches, appliances, figurines, anything they could find until they reached the second floor. They entered the room and, shining their flashlights, began to look around for anything they could steal. But suddenly they heard a faint voice. "Who goes there?" They moved the flashlights to the bed and saw an old man lying on a strange bed entangled with wires. It seemed to be in a hospital. The man couldn't move. The wires connecting him to the equipment were in his way. It was a very sad sight to see the old man in that position and to hear him asking them not to do anything to him. Sadness and remorse gripped Fernando, who cried as he realized what he was turning into, a dirty thief. The sight of the man seemed to awaken the lad, to arouse his sympathy. "I can't go on like this," he said. His friends turned to him and said, "Have you lost your mind? We should just make the old man sleep by putting a pillow on his head, and that's it." But Fernando stood in front of them and told them not to dare to come near, as he was ready to do anything to protect the old man. His friends began to insult him, calling him an idiot, but he did not change his mind, repeating that they dared not touch the old man. Then they attacked him and started beating him until he lost consciousness. When he stopped moving, his buddies were frightened as they thought he was dead. They quickly grabbed what they could and left the house, leaving the boy lying on the floor and the terrified old man in the bed. "Hey, are you okay?" the old man asked, but Fernando didn't respond. After about 10 minutes, he woke up and apologized on his knees for what he had done. But the man took his hand and told him not to do it, as his accomplices might hurt him if he turned them in. I forgive you. You're different, you're a good guy. But you shouldn't go after bad people, even if your family needs money and your mother needs medicine. The best thing is always to work hard. A surprised Fernando asked the man how he knew his mother needed medicine. And the man replied, I am 85 years old, I've lived a long life. See the sequel in part 2.